Line 6 are the company that keeps on giving, dropping an unexpected payload of weird and wonderful amps and effects. We're taking this opportunity to rank them all, except for the bass ones. Never the bass ones. The Carolin is inspired by certain EL84 amps of years gone by, and it sounds fine. We already have the Essex and the Matchstick models, however, so realistically, if you're going for the AC sound, you're probably going to reach for those first. It's a solid addition, but it's not hugely exciting. Middle of the pack, B tier. The Feedbacker is Line 6's take on the Digitech Freakout. Are we allowed to say that? They don't cover it in the pre-release, but come on, it's the Digitech Freakout. Off the bat, it's kind of fiddly to use. It does have a lot of settings, and it has a tendency to make your guitar scream if you don't set it right. However, after only a few minutes of adjusting, I got something musical out of it. This one feels like that if you put some time and effort into it, you will really be rewarded. It's not perfect, but it has got loads of potential. A tier. The PV Invective is a big sounding amplifier. It's known for its chunky gain tones, however, not really its clean tone. I appreciate that Line 6 have added this for completion's sake, as they added the crunch and the lead channel in 3.5. That being said, it is a really thin and sterile clean tone. It's great for those 80s Strat tones, but is a little bit underpowered for anything else. This one gets bottom of the list. D tier. I've seen a lot of love for the Brit 2203 in the Facebook groups, and I think I'm going to get a bit of kickback for this one, but I don't love it. It feels a little bit underpowered for something aiming at that JCM 800 tone. It does do a really articulate sound and is fun to play, but it just didn't win me over. This isn't the only controversial take in this video though, so stick around. For me, the Brit 2203 has to go middle, B tier. I want to start this one by saying the Dynamic Bloom is a solid reverb. That being said, I find that you either can't hear it or it's too much. There never seems to be that Goldilocks area of it being just right. For me, it's not weird enough to be a feature reverb, and it's too weird to be a standard go-to. I could use it if I needed to, but there are so many other better options out there. This one's got the middle ground, it is C tier. The clarity is the clean tone that the Vitriol wants to be. It doesn't have tons of character like a Fender clean tone, but it's not sterile either. I feel that this is versatile enough to be a solid pedal platform with the inbuilt effects or even with external pedals too. It feels pleasant enough to play and doesn't imprint too much on your tone. Solid mid-tier choice, B tier. The Nonlinear is a reverb that I do not enjoy, but I respect it. All the things that made me feel cold about the Bloom, the Nonlinear does well. It is a weird reverb, but it knows this. Is it everyone's cup of tea? No, it's not even mine, but for being unashamedly quirky, I have to give it respect. Nonlinear, you've earned a solid B tier. Mark my words here, the Voltage is a sleeper. For my money, I think the Voltage does what the 2203 wants to do, but better. All of that clarity and articulation, but with more gain on tap. It feels great to play, and with a little bit of time and effort, I think this could be the go-to plexi in the Helix. S tier, baby. Now, I was always going to like the Aristocrat, wasn't I? It plays into that low wattage blue amp niche that I love. The gritty, touch sensitive breakup is so satisfying to play. I would be Dumble not to love it, and you would too. It's not perfect, but it is great fun. A tier. Nashville's choice, of course it is the Noble's ODR1, or prize drive in this case. In terms of tone, it's a better Tube Screamer than the Tube Screamer model. It also boasts features like 9 to 18 volt and a bass cut too. I like low gain overdrives, and this is a particularly good one. It has to be A tier. Hear me out on this one. This amp slaps. You get big, tight gain tones with less noise than you would expect. What's more, this is really easy to dial in big, thunderous metal tones. This is not my usual sound, but it took me back to my teenage years. Haters may not agree, but S tier. I think this one might also be a bit of a sleeper. The Kinetic is an incredibly touch sensitive amp by design. Even the blurb talks about how sensitive it is to the volume control on the guitar. Using this, you can go from nice sparkly cleans to a gritty drive tone just using your volume. Is it the greatest drive tone? Well, no. That being said, I do appreciate what Line 6 were going for with this one. And I think if you spend a little bit of time with this one, it could be one of those go-to amps within the Helix. A tier all day for the Kinetic. Did you agree with the list today, or are there some changes that you would make? Throw down in those comments below, because I'd really like to hear from you. Remember, please be respectful in those comments, as these videos are made as a labour of love here at PBOD. Showing on screen now is Helix 3.6, the Grammatico update, and it is well worth a watch. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel, as it helps us grow. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.